On another bit of truth breakdown. What's happening in my Patreon? We're gonna get into some things here. Now, a lot of people don't understand with this supposed layoff with Donald Trump laying off these federal workers. You don't understand what it really is. And remember, I was the first one to tell you that that was gonna happen. As soon as Donald Trump talking about he want the federal government to start come back in as far as in the office instead of remote working, what did I tell you? All of them gonna be laid off. And exactly that happened right here. Now, you have to understand, not because it's federal workers, you might thinking it don't have nothing to do with the regular public, but your best understand is to make you feel like it's not just only you. That's why they start out with the federal government. No lie. This is the reason why they're laying off government workers first. It's gonna end up to the masses, 100%. And like I say, you should already seen it coming with all these AIs and these things that they're implementing to take out the human being out of action, to let them be, serve and serve up by these AI and, algorithms that they got in store for the masses. And you best pay attention, not because it's a federal workers, they're telling you getting laid off, because this gonna be the trend for everybody. It's bad enough the money that you're working at that job can't complete and take care of you all the way, pay your mortgage, pay all these bills that you have. A matter of fact, pay for cost of living. The job that you have couldn't pay for that in these times. But now you're not going to have a job, people. It's a plan. It's a 100% plan in Babylon to basically put more pressure on the people and break them. We're going to get into this and I'm going to show you some things why they start out right here with the federal workers getting laid off, because they already know you're going to trigger down to the regular people. Run it.
Administration sending shockwaves through the federal workforce. Thousands of workers who handle everything from managing federal lands to caring for military veterans have been fired.
Yes, and what you have to understand, they don't need those people, and that's the reason why they could have worked remotely. I already told you a long time, man. You have to understand what I'm saying here. If you can work remotely, that means AI can get your job done. You don't have to be there in person. And that's the reason why I told you that, because I already know the same thing with Silicon Valley. Supposedly in the COVID, have all these people working remotely from home, and finally they tell them to come in back when the COVID supposedly, when the pandemic done. They tell them come back into work just to fire them, lay them off. That's how the world runs, people. They might trick you into leading you to believe that, yes, we got your back because we always going to have a job for you to afford the cost of living. But you see what's happening now in the new times? Pay attention here.
1,000 workers were let go from the Department of Energy, more than 1,000 from Veteran Affairs, and another 1,000 from the Centers for Disease.
Yes, they don't need those people. And like I said, the less people that they have in these organizations, like the CDC and them gatekeepers and the masses, as you could see, the eagle wings right there, the serpents. What is the serpents for? They represent the devil and the broken chain to show you, yes, the devil people own you right here. They're the one who break away from the Creator, now in charge of you right here in hell. Pay attention here.
And the agency in charge of our nuclear stockpile had roughly 300 employees fired yesterday.
They don't need no workers for that.
A short time later, they weren't all being fired after all. Now, ABC has learned that roughly 15,000 IRS employees...
Yes, and 15,000 is according for the number 6. Pay attention.
...have been identified for possible termination as early as next week. ABC's Jay O'Brien joins me now from D.C. with the latest. Jay, what can you tell us about this latest mass layoff to take place at the IRS?
Get ready for it, people.
This is a scoop, Phil, from our Ann Flaherty, our senior national policy reporter. And it is, as you said, according to a person familiar, they have identified DOGE and various others in part of this Trump administration effort to gut various federal agencies, have identified about 15,000 IRS employees that could be terminated.
They know what they're doing, people. They know exactly what they're doing. Ruffling the feathers of the masses right here. That's what they're trying to do. So basically, you might sit there and thinking that, yeah, is these federal workers, Donald Trump, actually going after and fire, but you don't understand. Everybody gonna end up stranded here. Most of the people not gonna have what they call a job here. Like I say, the selling point of hell, the ones they used to sell you everything in here, that's what they're gonna pull back from. Do you understand? They're going to take it back off the table and leave you high and dry in Babylon. The same selling pitch that they use to make you want to be here, they're taking them off the table. All of these dreams and things that they tell you can accomplish, it's all fakery. And now you can see it in plain sight. These people is putting on more pressure on you. You can never get to the American dream, as they call it. It is a hoax, a 100% hoax. Move.
Turn now to Elon Musk.
Listen
He took
to this.
questions from reporters for the first time in the Oval Office about his efforts to downsize.
Pay attention to this sodomite. Like I tell you, people, you need to see them. Take a look at the Elon Musk. Like I tell you, it's a satanic sodomite, 100%, and the masses, you best understand. Like I say, it's a faker. They put on as an innovator, as you could see him with the pyramid and the hand sign to show you who he working for. Yes, they put him on as an innovator, the richest man in the world, and now bam, he's in politics to fuck with you. You didn't see that coming, right? I see all of this shit coming because they don't give you a supposed to be innovator without an agenda. Remember, he didn't innovate shit. He's a government worker. He never come up with none of those things that they put him on in the name of. That's what you need to get. He never create the electric car. He never create the lithium battery. He never bring shit to the table. He's just a satanic puppet that they got like Bill Gates. Come on, like he's a damn computer geek and software engineer, and all of a sudden now he interested in the world vaccinations and, you know, diseases and all. They trick you with these fucking fakers they call billionaires. They're all fake, including the Donald Trump, the orange man right there. All they're working is their brain and the dumb people right there. Ego represent them as Freemasonry. You best understand that. Pay attention.
Government and conflicts of interest
Look at
caused
the
by
hand
his
sign.
government contracts.
What is that?
Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott has the latest. Good morning, Rachel.
All
George,
drama.
good morning to you. And this morning, the president is handing his most powerful advisor, Elon Musk, even
Most
more power.
powerful advisor. So Elon Musk is the advisor, people. Remember what I tell you? I don't know if you can see it, but my eyes see a big old dummy. 100% stupider they bring to the table as an innovator. You look smart to you? I'm asking you because that could decide your damn IQ. Is the Elon Musk look smart to you, people? Why would the Donald Trump use him as an advisor? The Donald Trump is also a retarded fool. That's what you need to understand. So there you go, people, blind leading the blind, and they claim that they're leading you. Do you understand that or not, people? You have no idea what they got going on, what they got prepared for you coming. It's disaster, it's destruction from these sodomites on the world stage.
Directing all federal agencies to now work with Musk and his team to
of
cut
course.
staffing and limit hiring.
Cut staffing and limit hiring. Remember, each signed some executive order claiming nobody can hire until they got in power and get the full control of the house. So they're the only one who can hire federal workers. It's a trick, people. They're gonna tear down Babylon. That's their damn plan. That's why they put these fucking punks in place. They're playing as they dummies, but they're the one who running you. What that gonna become, people? The destruction right here.
In a striking moment, President Trump inviting cameras into the Oval Office, turning over the
You
floor.
never seen them in there without camera, people. When he was signing them supposed to be executive order, you see the same camera, people. It's just a show. Remember, the White House is not where the president live. It's a fake shit. It's just a fucking prop, people. That's where they give you all the recording from, like they actually live there. It's fake shit for the dumb people. It's just an amusement park, people. Yes, a museum. That's what it is. No doubt, to amuse the dumb people with fakery and their agendas.
Elon Musk for 30 minutes.
30 minutes
couldn't
is
ask for a stronger
affordable.
mandate from the public.
Listen to
Musk
this.
standing with his young son, responding to
He
criticism.
don't have no son, people. They all fakers. They're 100% fakers. Where you get that kid from is another story. But you better understand, they're all criminals on the world stage. They're destroying the people slowly but surely. When you take time to believe in these people and trying to understand them as they supposed to be telling you they're good people and you're going with it, yes, that's your distraction right there, why they stab you in the back.
Democrats that he's orchestrating a hostile takeover of the government.
Hostile takeover of the
People voted
government.
for
What a fucking
major
joke.
government.
Take a look at him, people. Why would you believe that that's a real character right there? As what they tell you. Innovator come up with electric car, Tesla, all of this dumb shit. You believe it? You need to wake your ass up. That's a satanic puppet. It could be a robot. You don't understand. It could be an android right there tricking you, because guess what? The people is not that smart. That's why they can use these vagabonds to trick us. Who to tell if it's really a man? You don't understand. The trickery that they play on the human beings is unbelievable.
He offered little to no evidence of his sweeping claims of waste and fraud. Musk himself has billions of dollars in federal contracts.
You hear that, people? Of course he got billions of dollars in federal contracts. Like I say, people, it's fake shit. You listen to these vagabonds, you believe in these vagabonds because they tell you they're rich, they're billionaire, and they have money. That's what the world built up of, people. Fake shit for the dumb masses with vanity.
Companies including SpaceX. Is that a conflict of interest?
I'm going to do at the president's request.
Does that present a conflict of interest for you?
What a joke,
No,
people.
because
Look at this right here, people. Look at this. Is this a joke? Wow, they're supposed to be in the Oval Office in the White House, setting up rules and setting up laws and setting up the way for you, paving the road, and look at them. They're just playing with you, people. The whole wide world is just a stage. You have to understand, and don't worry about it. It's a reason why they're using the Elon Musk, the one they tell you, he's an innovator of these robots and these things that are going to take over for the new world. That's why they put him right there into the government to show you what the world going to be next. You're paying attention on that. That's why they have to fire all the workers everywhere. They're going to do it. They're going to lay off all the major work fields. Or lay off everybody from those work fields. The major ones that going to have effect on your life. And when they do that, everything starts sliding backwards. That's how they want it. You best understand. And with this Elon Musk, with all these technology that they're talking about, they get to implement them when they supposedly have him right there in the government under Donald Trump. Pay attention.
There are more high-tech changes coming to fast food chains.
And don't worry about it. Here they go showing you the fast food chain. Yes, because you're going to start out from these little jobs. Even though I already told you, the federal government getting laid off is to make you understand that your job is not safe. Your job is not secure. If the federal government can get laid off, these government workers that in charge of you getting laid off, it's no problem if you getting laid off. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're starting out from the ground right there with the fast food. Pay attention to what they got going on, what they're going to bring for the new world.
He's now using AI to take your drive-through orders.
There you go.
But does it really work better than talking to an actual human?
Of course it go do.
Broadus got an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the new technology and put it to the test.
Yes, that's their year. They're here to convince you that it's better than human.
It looks like a typical drive-through.
Right.
Start placing your order when ready.
Can I get a number 8, please?
But the voice taking orders at this Wendy's
Put dipping sauce.
is actually powered by artificial intelligence.
Yes, and that's nothing new, people. They have this supposedly fast food now where you just go to a board and you start pressing what you want on a damn screen, a touch screen, and that's AI. Now you order by touching the screen, drive around the next side, and yes, they got it ready for you, but it's AI taking your order, AI putting in the order. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen.
Did you know who you were talking to?
Yeah, it was a robot.
It's part of the
It's a
future for
robot.
Wendy's. They call it Fresh AI.
And we're always thinking about what is the right technology that solves the right problem at Wendy's.
Here's how it
The
works.
right technology to solve the right problem at Wendy's. What kind of problem they have, people? They was running that fast food place with people taking and making the burgers and all of these things, making the fast food. But now they're telling you something was wrong with that. So they have to upgrade to AI. Do you understand? That's what they're going to tell you in every field. Oh, it's just to help out the public. It's not to take the public job, but at the end of the day, if it's going to take your job, how you're going to be working? If it's going to work in place of you, why you think it's not going to take your job? They're going to convince the people, the masses, the human beings, that these bots, these AI systems work way better than them. And the mass is going to buy in.
A customer drives up and talks into the speaker.
Hi, welcome to Wendy's. Feel free to order whenever you are ready.
The AI takes the order, listening and responding to questions.
Can I get 2 double stacks?
Inside, human workers watch a monitor as the order comes. Then they prepare the
Now,
meal.
what you have to understand, people, and these are things that's actually going on. You're not going to see too much people in those fast food establishments anymore. You see this Wendy's right here? You might go there. It's one person in there serving up. And one person probably on the damn grill or whatever they call it, or on the oil, flipping those things. Do you understand what I'm saying here, people? You're not going to see more than 2 people in those establishments. Why? Because they're reducing the bodies. They're taking away the human beings off the job. That's what they're doing. So with these places now, got 2 people running the whole establishment. Yes, they're going to intimate the supposedly, basically interrogate the supposedly AI. Put it in place. So now it's better you can have one person in there or none. In most cases, they might just have one person in there just in case, because they know these systems is not accurate. They just want you to feel that way. They just want you to feel like these things is perfect so you can leave it, let it get the lead way to take you where you're going. It's all wrong, people. 100% bam.
We went through the drive-thru to see how it works.
Hi, I would like 6 regular nuggets and 6 spicy nuggets.
All coding.
Spicy nuggets here, regular nuggets here. Let's try it again.
On this run, I tried to trip the AI,
5-piece nugget.
ordering something not on the menu. That's when a human stepped in to help.
Okay, so they order something that wasn't on the menu, and a human step in to help. A human don't need to step in to help people, because guess what? The computer can just tell them, look, we don't do 5 nuggets, we do 6. Do you understand what I'm saying here, people? So the human being not necessary in this case. A lot of people not gonna understand me. The human being is not necessary in this case, people. Of course they know, the computer know, the algorithm know that they don't sell 5-piece nuggets. It don't have to transfer you to a human. It can just tell you that. It can come to the speaker, or even just tell you, look, we don't have that, so you need to order something else. Do you understand what I'm saying here, people? The computer system can work just like the humans, and that's what they're here to convince you of. So you feel safe, you feel more content using that AI, or having that AI serving you up and you being the consumer.
I do apologize about that. We only have 4, 6, and 10-piece nuggets.
In 2023, Wendy's started offering AI drive-thrus. Now, nearly 100 across
There you
19
go.
states,
Don't worry
with more
about
on the
it.
way.
If I wanted to order in French, could I?
You cannot currently order in French. You can, however, order in Spanish.
It's part of a growing trend as
Listen.
the food industry goes high-tech. More and more chains installing
Look at the
self-serve
hand sign.
kiosks like these.
There you go. This is the one I'm talking about. This is the one they have right now. Almost everywhere you go, you're gonna see this right here, just to reduce the workers. You don't understand. Even if it's 2 workers out of the store they take out by doing this, it's still people. It's still human beings that used to do that job, no longer having a job. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. This is what all the AI and the features that they bring into the table gonna lead to. The human being out of a job. We just here to be the consumer. Why this machine and all these algorithms serving you up, it's not gonna be good. Bam.
Tesla only takes
Take a
5
listen to
minutes
this.
to produce a semi-truck.
They take 5 minutes to produce a semi-truck. Pay attention to this. They're talking about Tesla with the same Elon Musk that's now in the government, people. So you have to understand, this is the reason why they let him play that role. So all of these things, these technology now gonna be pushed on you. You have to accept them because there is no other way. Do you understand what I'm saying? They tell you about truck drivers driving these big trucks across the cities, across the states. They basically are fatigues, and they claim that's what caused a lot of truck crash. They show you the Walmart crash with Tracy Morgan some years ago. It was a part of it to implement self-driving vehicles to carry these merchandise across America. And that's the reason why they give you that agenda. And they even set it up now where truck drivers have to basically take rest on an app. They have to go to the app, work through the app. So they only have a certain times that they can work on the road, and they have to take time off to rest. The reason why they set that up, because they say fatigue is a problem. So now you're going to have these Tesla big rigs. What you think going to happen, people? It mostly going to be self-driving trucks. They're going to have delivering goods across the countries. What do you think, people? Pay attention here and
It's
listen.
unbelievable. As we all know, the Tesla Semi is Tesla's most challenging vehicle
it's
to
challenging.
manufacture to date. The total number of semi-trucks produced so far is around 200, with more than half already delivered to companies that placed orders.
Don't worry about it. Company placing orders. Like I say, people, it's gonna be self-driving trucks. They don't need no drivers. As you could see, the time, 9 o'clock. It's no coincidence there. It's his coding. Listen.
Tesla has yet to establish a fully automated production line for the Semi, but it's crazy to think that producing a big rig in just 5 minutes is not an exaggeration at all.
Wow.
Tesla's new Semi factory has the capacity to achieve this.
Listen.
And this year, a large number of semi-trucks are expected to be produced according to Elon Musk's statements.
Listen.
It may not reach 50,000 units, but 20,000 or 30,000 units are entirely possible given the scale of the new factory.
So you understand what they're saying right there, people? Yes, those self-driving trucks is coming soon from the Tesla. Remember I was telling you about those self-driving taxis? A lot of people didn't believe me. And now they have them almost everywhere now in America. What do you think, people? They're going to do the same thing with those trucks to replace the truck drivers. So what's going to happen? The truck drivers not going to have any more jobs. They put everything out there for the agenda. And finally now, they bring you the truck to replace the drivers. That's exactly what they're doing, people. Remember, the Tesla got the supposedly autopilot feature. I did a video on it yesterday on the Thursday and the Sunday podcast, breaking it down and show you the danger of those vehicles. The ones that they give you autopilot in those Tesla and tell you, look, you can fall asleep and let it take you home. That's how you get AI. And these dangerous things that they have on the table to be destructive to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You best pay attention. So now, all of these business, Walmart, Amazon, all of these business that you see need trucking. Remember, they're laying off UPS drivers. They're laying off all these delivery drivers. Why? A lot of people said, hey, they're going to need them, but they don't. They don't need them if they have self-driving trucks, people. And that's what they're going to introduce to the table later on. Same looking like Amazon, same looking like the FedEx truck. You're going to see them make them to drive by themselves. Just understand what I'm saying, people. Yes, they're going to use them to drive your goods to you. Yes, just using cameras and sensors. Move.
As concerns about AI grow, how about teaching a robot to do the mundane chores that humans don't want to do?
Listen, people, they're teaching the robot to do these work or these chores that human being don't want to do. What did I tell you? They're disabling the human being to make these bots be more active. Do the job for you. Do your activity for you. What that gonna do to you, people? You're gonna sick. You're gonna seize up. Yes, you're gonna have, poor circulations and all. Just sitting back and let the AI do your job for you. The human being need activity. They need motion. They need to move around. But these technology only make them more lazier. Is that a joke? Pay attention.
What's happening at 1X?
Look at this 1X. And everything gonna be X, people. X representing the number 6, the devil peoples. You best understand. That's why they name them X. That's why they change it Twitter to X. Pay attention.
To CBS News.
You can actually teleport into your robot and do small things in
Go
your
back.
That's exactly what's happening at 1X. The company's
Black and
CEO
white.
spoke to CBS News.
Listen.
You can actually teleport into your robot and do small things in your house.
You can teleport into your robot, as you could see him put the hand sign on the pyramid right there to show you it's another satanic puppet. He don't find shit. He's one of these people that they put on the world stage, people. Later on, he got a big agenda for you, just like the Elon Musk and these characters that you've seen come to before. What you think going on right here, people? You really believe he create those robots, those technologies, fallen angels technology, and that's why they can introduce it to us and it wow us. It's not from us, people. That's why we so wow. That's why we can't understand technology. It's not from us. It's from the evil people that control us here.
Maybe you forgot to do, right? Like feed the cat or close the window.
This is Neo,
Look,
a
people,
humanoid
Neo.
robot that was built to do the ongoing tasks
Wow.
people might find
So there you go, people. You need somebody to pick up your backpack for you if you're gonna leave. You need to pick up your backpack now. The robot is there to pick it up for you. That's just the stupidest shit in the world. And what you think they're doing right here? Molding you to get used to these things, to accept these things as life. That's exactly what they're doing right here.
Neo's skills are being
Neo.
tested
Look at
inside
this.
Norwegian homes.
In
Wow.
the long term, this will be doing your laundry,
Doing
cleaning
it.
your house,
Listen.
tidying, and
Doing your laundry, tidying, and like I say, Elon Musk introduced one that cutting his hair, people trimming him. That means they don't need the hairdresser anymore. They don't need the barber. They don't need the human being, period. And that's what they keep introducing to you, people. They're introducing the destruction of the human being right there in a robot form that gonna actually take your place. Can you believe it? You're gonna suffer in this earth because of these things that they're introducing. While you cheering it on, it comes to destroy you. Listen.
generally giving you back a lot of time in life.
Standing
it
at
give you a
5
lot of
feet
time.
6
It's
inches.
giving you back a lot of time in life, people. Time. Because these things gonna make you lazy. So it giving you back time. Time for what? You have no time to do nothing. Everything you have a bot to do it. You have a system to do it. What you're gonna end up doing as the human beings? Wow.
Tall and weighing in at 60 pounds.
Of course,
this
60
robot
is the
can
coding.
walk or even run, depending on how urgent the task
Wow,
is.
okay, there
Even
go
if
the
you
one
had
X.
a Neo at home, you aren't released from doing all of your chores yet.
Mm-hmm.
Neo learns by watching people.
Listen, people, it gonna learn by watching you. So you gonna be the one teaching this robot how to take your place. Just like the algorithm set up, people, that's what they do. You don't understand. Why you think everybody's now falling into the social media and what they got to offer? Online dating, all of these things that they have on the table. You don't get it, people. This is the next world. This is the world that we have to accept because there is no other way. And they're molding you to accept it. They're molding you to be at ease when you see these things. Can you imagine in your home you have these things walking around and in your way and doing things, and you're gonna find that normal? Just think about it for a little bit, people. Something you would have seen in a sci-fi movie, they now bring it to real life. What is that about? And like I said, those movies and TV shows they give you based upon these things is to make your mind at ease for you to accept it when it comes. Continue watch.
Operate objects, how to do tasks,
How to do
handle,
tasks.
interacting with people, body language.
Hey, could you and your friends tidy up here? We have some visitors coming.
Prior to Neo, 1X had a rolling robot named Eve. Eve
Look at
gave
this
them more
Eve.
knowledge to put into Neo.
Wow.
Unlike some AI tools,
Wow.
if Neo, Eve, and robots like them are doing all of our dirty work, then thinking, exercising creativity,
Listen.
and getting to rest are left to us.
Go back.
Into Neo. Unlike some AI tools, if Neo, Eve, and robots like them are doing all of our dirty work,
All the dirty
then
work.
thinking, exercising creativity, and getting to rest are left to us.
Oh, creativity and getting to rest. Oh, okay. So the robot can do your work so you can go to rest. And now you can think about what? Creativity? No, people, they're going to take away your brain. Your brain going to become numb. That's all it is, people. Remember, you have the robot doing these things for you. You can't do it later on. That's what they're doing, people. So the next generation going to be completely disabled. Remember, they tell you, you're doing all these things, so you're an active body, and you need to do these things. But now the bot gonna do it for you. What you think gonna happen to your brain when your brain not used to doing these things anymore? The brain gonna fall asleep, and the robot gonna be your brain. The robot gonna be thinking for you and everything. This is the world they want us in. Why? It's easy for the destruction of the people. Move. Take a look at this right here and pay attention to the next generation, the next world. And what it will be. Pay attention here. I'm going to show you how they do it right here in this earth.
There are some things we take for granted. Life is finite and organic. But what if everything we know about being human, from how we come into the world to how we depart it, we're about to be radically transformed?
Okay, so how you work in this world, or you come in and everything, they're trying to put it in your mind that all of it gonna be changed, completely flipped over from what you know it in this world. Everything as you know it gonna change, including how the human being come in and how they go out this world. Listen.
New ways of creating life that
New
move
ways.
baby making into the lab.
There you
to
go.
find the
Baby making in a lab, people. And that's the new world. Remember, the human being not gonna be doing shit, including birth. Including birthing a baby. They're gonna take that away from the human being and put it in the hands of what? AIs and bots. You best understand, with all of these technology that they give you, they're gonna take away all the natural ways of you know it. The natural ways in this earth as you know it gonna be gone. Just like I show you the naturality gone when it comes to food and life and everything else. That's what they're doing, people. They sell you naturality for you to believe in this earth, and now they're taking it back completely. Everything is now science and science fiction.
laws of reproduction. Once incurable diseases cured using digital replicas of our bodies
What
that
a
copy
joke.
us right down to our cells. And as we confront the inevitability of death, the promise of digital eternity beckons. We find ourselves on the brink of a future where the very essence of what it means to live and die may change forever.
Listen to this.
Reproduction is being unbound from biology's old rules, expanding.
Because remember this, people. The world depopulation is in full effect right now. That's what you need to understand. You see, all what you see them doing is part of the depopulation of the masses. Why is it depopulation in these times? Why? Because it's time for the destruction. Therefore, everything gotta come to a screeching halt as far as human being produced here. They have to stop that period to start the destruction. Otherwise, they're gonna have too much people polluting this earth, supposedly coming in the earth, and they're not gonna want that while they're doing the destruction. Do you understand that? That will kind of get things out of their hand a little bit. So they have to pause life and put all the emphasis in the programmings and everything else. And don't worry about it. It's the programming that gonna stop birth rate, gonna slow birth rate down to a stoppage. The same programming that they give the peoples to have baby back in the days, now they're giving you the opposite program for you not to have babies. And they're gonna show you other ways where you can live without that. Pay attention here.
Has to parenthood in ways you wouldn't believe. The first major technology that disrupted what we know of reproduction was IVF.
Listen to this.
Now, IVG, or in vitro gametogenesis, has created possibilities far beyond what IVF offered. The possibility to turn any cell in your body into a sperm or an egg.
You hear that, people? Turn any cell in your body into a sperm or egg. Do you hear that? Okay, so therefore, they don't need to have a couple, a man and a woman, to now produce a baby. That's exactly what they tell you. Okay, go back again and listen.
Or in vitro gametogenesis has created possibilities far beyond what IVF offered. The possibility to turn any cell in your body
Any
into
cell.
a sperm or an egg.
Okay, so you don't need a couple to have a baby, not a woman and a man. You don't need a woman and a man. In this kind of world, people, you don't need a woman and a man to produce a baby. If they're telling you this right here, listen.
My first introduction to IVG was from the person who developed the technology, the Shinya Yamanake.
What?
Take one. Are we ready?
Huh. That's the
He at
person
that
who
time
created the
had told
technology?
me that it could be possible to change a skin cell into a sperm or egg cell.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be really far into the future, and I was surprised at how quickly we're at this discussion.
Oh, so you think about it and you feel like it was far in the future before it comes, and now bam, it's on the table now. What a damn joke. Like I say, people, it's science fiction, and that's what they have us living by. Reality life, our reality of life is science fiction. Can you believe it? Listen some more.
development now is dynamic. It's not just one way. You can take normal cells like a blood cell or a brain cell that are fully committed to just doing one thing. And then say, you can go back to school. You can go back up the chain, become developmentally something much younger, a stem cell, and then go down a different path.
Stem cells are like blank pages that can be rewritten. In the case of IVG, they take a new path to become reproductive cells, the building blocks to make a baby.
You hear that, people? And all science fiction they're talking about right here is all science fiction. None of this shit right here, they come from a natural source. Pay attention here.
All these technologies are unnatural.
Technology.
Chemotherapy is unnatural.
Chemotherapy
Eyeglasses
is
are
unnatural.
unnatural. It's not natural versus unnatural. For me, it's ethically unnatural or unethically unnatural. It's all unnatural.
Infertility affects anywhere from 12 to 17% of the population.
Yes, and that's all by design, people. That's what you need to understand. It's all by design to sterilize the people. Let them can't produce, or it's harder for them to produce. And the programming that they give the new generation, they call Gen Z, which is the last letter in the alphabet. Okay, that's the last generation right there. So they call them Z's. And don't worry about, like I said, they program them enough for them don't want to produce. They don't want to produce. They don't want to be a part of the world producing. That's what they sell them in these times, people. So the newer the generation, the more they're going to tell you, or more they're going to show you that they don't want that life that you pass by as far as how you used to live. So therefore, they welcome these new technology life, this science fiction kind of life with open arms. Plus, it makes them more lazier than you used to be. Pay attention.
And for some people, this is fine. They are not interested in starting a family.
You see what they just said, people? It's fine. They're not interested in starting a family. Like I tell you, that's the new generation right there. I told you something that I know 100%. The generations that right here now, the new generation is changed. They're not thinking about producing just like you used to back in the days. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or your grandparents or your parents, they're not thinking that way now. It's totally different. So that means it's the depopulation in full effect. They can convince mankind not to go this route, but easier way they can show you how they can do some IBG or whatever they call it, and they will go for it because it didn't consider you taking that route that you used to take. It's easier now. You can come out clean, untouched from having a baby. Do you understand? And that's the route they're gonna take. Listen to this.
But for others, having a family is a deep need to have a child that's biologically related. And so in vitro gametogenesis could be an option for that person who doesn't make their own gametes to have a baby that's biologically related to them.
Wow. Pay attention to this right here, Amanda.
In vitro gametogenesis is almost like a science fiction technology to the general public.
Almost like a science fiction technology. Like I say, science fiction. It's not almost, people. It's science fiction they bring into the masses. Is that going to be good for you to live science fiction for reality? I don't think so. Listen.
But this is achievable using scientific models in the lab.
Wow.
So it's reasonable to predict that this can be achieved using human cells as well.
Wow, using human cells.
Technologies like this hit upon a very common refrain, which is once you get a new ability to do something radical, it also creates a lot of uncertainty.
If IVG becomes viable in humans, it paves the way for a future where infertile couples could have children with their own DNA.
You hear that, people? Infertile couple. Yes, I guess they can, use their own cells and create sperm cells. Not basic, even brain cells, they tell you. Blood cells, brain cells, it doesn't matter. They can use it to become an egg cells or sperm cell. And that's how they're going to create another human being. You believe it, people? Listen some more.
Older women could conceive, extending the biological clock.
Biological clock.
Same-sex couples could have a
Same-sex
child
couple.
related.
Okay, so why is they doing this, people? Okay, so woman and man could already have a baby. So they're not looking out for you as a couple. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now you have to understand why did they introduce it to the table in the same time when Donald Trump tell you it's only two gender. They're full of shit, people. So yes, man and man can now have a baby. Woman and woman now can have a baby. And it's coming from their DNA. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Because they tell you it's their own cell create those sperms and eggs. Do you get it or not? So it's not really what you would have say, you know, put together, or they didn't create it for couple, for say man and woman. For the most part, it's for the gays and the lesbians of this world. Do you understand that or not? So they create this so the same-sex couple can have babies. While they're stopping man and woman, female and male, going together and having babies, they're stopping that. They don't want that. That's too old-fashioned. So guess what? A man and man can put their supposed cell that they're going to turn into sperms and egg cells to have babies in this world. So you see what it is, people? It's to promote the unnatural. It's to promote the devil work right here on earth. Remember, I already tell you, no science fiction is good for reality.
Both parents. And in the most radical change of all, a person could have a baby with themselves.
There you go. Bam. So there you go, people. They can be the Virgin Mary and have a baby. There you go right there. Do you understand? They don't need a man or a man. I don't understand this, but they're trying to tell you that they don't need a couple to have a baby. I guess one person can just produce both eggs and sperm to make a baby. Where is they going with this shit? Let's listen.
Partner or sperm or egg donor necessary.
Wow.
In the passive IVF, the main issues were should...
In the most radical change of all, a person could have a baby with themselves.
With themselves.
No partner or sperm or egg donor necessary.
No partner, no sperm, no egg donor, people. They can have babies by themselves. Listen.
In the passive IVF, the main issues were should unmarried couples be able to use IVF?
Wow.
Should gay couples be able to use IVF?
Of course, that's why they bring it in.
Today, that's not really so much the issue. Now, the basic question is, what does it mean to be infertile? If you have skin cells, but no sperm or eggs, technically, under the right conditions, you are still fertile.
Yeah, that?
Those very categories are being reinterpreted and reimagined, and the foundations of ethical debate are getting a little bit shaky. There have been cases in the U.S. about people who proposed to remove sperm from people who in a terrible car accident who are now brain dead. Basically have post-mortem or after death reproduction. That's not a medical or scientific disadvantage, but certainly that's socially disruptive.
Wow.
If we can someday have babies developed entirely in a lab, we need to be ready to answer some new questions.
Like?
Are they someone's child? Someone's sister?
Wow.
Someone's brother?
Wow. There you go, people, and this is the world you're gonna encounter in the future. No lie. It sounds crazy, but this is true shit. At the end of the day, they can produce these youths or these babies without a male and a female. Do you understand that? That's what they're trying to do here, people. So later on, it don't take a couple to have a baby. One person can have it because they can turn their cells that they have in their body into sperms and egg cells. So therefore, they can produce a baby. That's exactly what they're telling you right here in this video. You're buying it? Like I say, people, this is the new world. It's gonna be all strange, science fiction-like, but that's gonna be our reality. The disasters and everything that you're gonna see, it's gonna seem like it's straight out of a movie, science fiction movie. The things that gonna be happening around us, the AI taking over and all, the things that they're gonna use AI to control, all of it gonna seem science fictional, but it is reality. Do you get it? Another mic, bam, I'm gone.